The views, opinions, and representations expressed on the K-Ghost Radio Network and its website are those of the host, guests, and participants. UFO Talk Radio can, but does not necessarily promote any particular lifestyle, belief, religion, political affiliation, or other personal practice. These shows are for entertainment purposes only, and they are not intended to treat or diagnose and/or claim to cure any disease or condition, or give any medical or legal advice. All music is purchased and owned by LJ Broadcasting.
I got the windows rolled down, got the radio up, and I'm heading out of Vegas tonight. And it's a 1:30 on a 4-day run, and the desert is a welcome sight. I can see you there in that dress you wear, and it's keeping my foot on the gas. I'll drink a gallon of Joe just to make it back home and hold you in my arms at last.
Are you ready? What you are about to experience is real. Right along with us. From deep in the desert of Nevada, The Glenn Larry Show.
And I am here, everybody. Welcome, everybody, to the show. Had a great show last time and had a great week. Very, very busy. We have the radio stations up. If you're listening to K-Ghost Radio, FM 101.3, AM 1610, and also the internet, K-Ghost Radio, Hit Talk Radio also. We're on many of them. Midnight Talk Radio, Olympia Radio, Country Bolt Radio, all.coms. And so there should be no reason why you cannot hear us. Of course, we're on YouTube and Facebook. And don't forget to like us on TikTok. Follow us. Follow us on TikTok. A lot of weird stuff going on in Good Springs, I'll tell you for sure. To all my friends out there, ham operators, Worldwide Radio Club, and the Denison Glida K6RCL, hello to you, and the Might Night drivers. I like to always say hello to you guys. Always see you down at the truck stop, and we have great conversations. Oh my God, you guys see a lot at night. To all my radio affiliates, again, small broadcasters, low FM, AM station, Part 15 stations, Facebook friends, do subscribe to YouTube again. Like us, hit the bell so we know you're there, and hope that you're getting us also. I do thank you for tuning in and listening to the radio, whatever time zone or wherever you're at in the United States or London, England, Australia. I got you out there too. Hello to Barbara Neal. Yes, hello over there in London, England, and Ken and Dee in Florida. Of course, Randy in PA and the Chief and all those firefighters out there. We sure appreciate you. What's been going on in your life? It's been really crazy with all this election stuff going on. One group saying this, the other group saying that, and my goodness gracious, looking good for one guy, looking good for the other guy, and it just, goes on and on. I'll be so glad when it's over with. I did vote, by the way. Get out and vote. No matter who you're voting for, get out and vote. This is a very important election, and you need to vote because the future is there. I mean, it's going to be in your vote, really, along with the UFOs that are coming. And as you know, I've heard about the cube that's coming towards us. We're supposed to be here in 27. I don't know about that. We'll see. And I want your comments on that later on tonight. We'll talk about that also. A lot of hauntings going on in my little town of Good Springs. My goodness gracious, things have been amped up. As I told you last time, I had some weird things happen just down the street. She doesn't know why things are being moved around her house. She's the only one there. She has a cat. The cat can't pick up a bowling ball and move it somewhere else and move heavy objects. No, it ain't going to happen. But it's going on up here. Pretty darn crazy. My place, unbelievable. I have a latch on my door, screen door. It has a little loophole, and it kind of, and I lock it one at nighttime and put the other locks up on. But it just lays there, and I slam the door, the screen door, and then I go back. I forgot something, turn around and come back, and I couldn't get in. It had latched itself. Okay, this happened twice. Now, that's no way that hook's going to come right into that little area there and latch by itself, even as a swing. You have to force it in. So some weird stuff's been going on around the house, and I've told other folks about it, and they believe that it's haunted. I do too, much so. It doesn't feel dangerous. No, these are good ghosts. I think. I hope. Oh my goodness, yes. And yeah, my cat is very aware of what goes on in that house, looking like this all the time, watching things, and they're not bugs. They're not maybe a spider web dangling or something. No, I look around. When she's looking at something, I automatically look and search and see what she's looking for. Sometimes it's a bug. Sometimes it's something outside crawling around. Very stimuli. She's out on the porch. She does not go into the real world. That is her world, and so she'll see what's going on night and day. The window, the porch to the other window, and it goes on and on. And we play. It's just the coolest cat in the world. Yeah, if you have cats, you know what I'm talking about. And I got a buddy, just get another cat. He loves it. Now, if you have allergies, you have problems breathing, dander, the cat dander is not good for you. Either is the hair. You may not notice it now, but it will happen. I have a friend of mine that's having some problems with it right now, and hopefully that's going to help cure some of that and whatever else he has to do. He's a wonderful person. Yeah, wonderful guy. And just hate to see him down. That's not him. He's a go-getter radio guy. He's does a bunch of other stuff. And anyway, I would like to also talk about. I have an Air Force guy, friend of mine. I see every once in a while. He's a good person. I have a few beers and talk things over, and he's in the space stuff big time. And he goes to different bases. He's been to bases where you know what the names are. And I asked him point blank, just like on the Rogan show, just happened he had the President Trump on there and Joe Rogan, and he asked him questions. Do you think there's UFOs? And and any kind of sidestep there. I get it. There's so much out there about it, and there's so much stuff that they know about it, which is not good. No, 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 it's not good. In fact, it's pretty darn unbelievable, and it could really change a lot of people's lives if they knew what really was going on. Anyway, my buddy I talk to once in a while gives me some pretty good stuff, but he doesn't go overboard. He says it in a way where I have to really use my own mind, do my own research, and there's the answer. And it's just like a puzzle, putting these puzzles together. No one's talking, but they're going to. More and more coming out. As you know, more whistleblowers are coming out telling the facts. I asked them, do you think that they're a threat to us? He says, definitely. He said, they are a big threat to us. Military-wise, they outdo us. The air collisions we could have, they're everywhere. But they're cloaked. You can't see them. But they're very intelligent, so they have a way of dodging us and whatever. But you're hearing more and more of those things being UFOs, UAPs being seen by the public. For some reason, they uncloak themselves and they get on camera. And these are the real deal, folks. And you're getting on TikTok now, more of those now, and on Facebook, you'll see more. Yeah. And a lot of them are fake, but they're finding out that a lot of them are not fake. And this lady was on the airplane. She took a picture of this UFO craft, and I'm going to show you what it kind of looks like. It was kind of like this, and it was following the plane. Yeah, following the plane in the airspace, and she saw it as plain as day. Something just like that. This one happens to be in space, but that's quite frightening. Yeah. What is it? Well, she asked her father, apparently, which is a Air Force captain, and he deals in this space stuff also. And he says, no. He says, I think it's a drone. He says, no, no. He watched it. And he says, my gosh, it's not a drone. It's something from out of this world. And you'll see a lot of these comets go by really fast, and they're traveling and they're shooting stuff off the comets, which aren't comets, they're ships. Yeah, those are small ships. A lot of this being seen all of a sudden. Are they going to be here after the election, you think? It's really going to open doors, or just all of a sudden the election's over and they're going to be here? I don't know. Who knows when they're going to very much reveal themselves. Pretty darn crazy. Gosh, yes, unbelievable. So here we sit every day, we talk about UFOs, but this guy told me, man, he said, underground bases? Yeah, lots of them. In fact, he says there's one out your back door. Yeah, out in the desert where I live, where our village of Good Springs at, little town of Good Springs. And he says, right out there. I said, oh, you mean Area 51? Says, no. It's out there. And you you will not see many vehicles come through there, but every once in a while you see lights and boom, they're there. And he says it's in an arrival base. I don't know what that means, but kind of think what it is. But my gosh, pretty crazy stuff. On the radio side, I see we have a lot of folks listening in Canada there. Thanks again, Canada. We love you. Really appreciate you. We have Murray, Idaho. Again, Memphis. They're up there a couple times this month. Olympia, Washington, Tacoma, Lacey. Hello, Lacey, by the way, from I know up there. Lives on Lacey or Tumwater. We have Tacoma. Portland's been hit. Yep. Thank you so much. Oklahoma City. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen out there. Elko, Tim and Elko, always listening. We appreciate you. Chris and Val, we thank you for listening tonight too. Lots going on. So here you're driving down the road. This just happened in Vegas, in a kind of a hilly area, and they see these 5 lights just going at it. Boom, 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 then shifting in fast in the sky, and it disappears, but people see it and they report it. And where does it go from there? Well, you have to go to MUFON. You got to call the Air Force, let them know at least. Someone's got to have a picture of it. And, this AI is so unbelievable. I mean, it could be something fake that they're putting up, but not when you have, 50, 100, whoever people seen this thing over Vegas. And they always say it's the military. They're doing stuff. Oh, it's some type of film, some type of whatever, hologram that they're doing. And I've seen, unbelievable, seen these little drones get together and make stuff up in the sky and make things move, like, pictures and all sorts of stuff. So you don't know. It might be someone experimenting something in their backyard or in their valley or some of their big property doing something. So, but it's always fun to watch and see. But watch and see and report. That's important to do that because you never know. And all these investigators out there right now doing what they can, their hobbies. A lot of them just have jobs and just do this on the side. And there are some that just do it all the time, live and breathe it. And believe me, there's not much money in this type of thing either, folks. I tell you, they write a book. Hopefully they can sell their book. And, you never know how that goes either. They talk at conventions. They have these UFO meetings and stuff. And they're quite interesting to go to. You meet a lot of people in that area in life, that group of people that are really into the UFO society group. And a lot of cool people, man, got whacked out some ideas, but they got some good ideas too. Is it possible that this is really happening? Are they dangerous? Well, my guy says they are. And he tells me there's other breeds, there's other different types of aliens and crafts. And they're just going to start showing up, bang, 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 one after another, and these different types of aliens. And what are you going to do? What will you do? How will it affect you if it starts happening? It'll happen after the election, I'm sure. They're keeping a lot of stuff under wraps. And when it really starts to come out, and you're going to know about it because you're going to see it. And I think it's really going to affect everybody. Big time. We'll be back after this.
There's no typical meth user. I was from an upper middle class family. Meth is terribly addictive. My first time using it, I was hooked. There was no turning back. I lost my job and I was homeless. I never thought I'd see my family again. I have a great fear of meth because it took so much of me. I mean, it took everything. Meth took over my soul.
Visit our website at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
Violence, theft, drugs, graffiti. It's all part of joining a gang. In times like these, we need to protect our children and our community from gangs. Gangs often prey on unsupervised teens with low self-esteem. who perform poorly in school, who seek a sense of belonging, or are simply bored. Joining a gang often involves violent hazing rituals. Once in a gang, members can become alienated from their families, school, and friends. Drugs, guns, and malicious activity are common elements in gangs. Trying to leave a gang can be a difficult and dangerous process. The best way to get out of a gang is never to join one. Protect kids from being recruited by a gang. Know who they're hanging out with. Involve kids in after-school activities and provide positive role models. Help reduce gang activities in your community by working with local law enforcement and school systems. Don't let a kid you know get involved with gangs. Visit ncpc.org to learn more or contact your local law enforcement agency.
A message from the U.S. Department of Justice, National Crime Prevention Council, and the Ad Council.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
Boy, is that the truth. Oh, yeah. You know, they say that black hole. You've heard about that. We've talked about that many times on the. But the black matter up there in space, what they call it space, but now they call it black matter. They say that there's only 95% of the black matter that we don't know anything about, but we're using up 4% of it for some reason. I got these statistics today. Pretty crazy stuff. And our universe is just so unbelievable big. And they're finding other universes and other planets that have water. Yeah. I won't see it in my lifetime, or maybe you won't see it in yours. But another planet that we may go to, the moon, is used as a type of communication stop. Apparently, has come out from different astronauts. They have said this, and different writings have been left behind. They've been with us for a long, long time, as you all know. Your UFO story is important to me. I'd love to hear it. I'm hoping to hear from a friend of mine. I hope you got back to Florida, Ken, and some other folks tonight about their UFO experiences. And if we've heard it before, let's hear it again. I think there's a lot of new people listening right now, and we've got you out there. We do appreciate you so very, very much. The Pioneer Saloon had a great Halloween party. Yeah, I wasn't there, but I got pictures and all that, and I'll tell you, it had some really cool pictures. So if you go to the Pioneer Saloon, it means that to their official site, I'm sure they got some pictures up by now. And old man Liver, boy, he had a good time. I go there all the time, and I see him. We sit down and talk what's new and all that stuff. Old man Liver has his own whiskey too. It's just a lot of fun to go down there and meet these people. They're fun people, and I always have a great food. I'm down there and have a great time. And I got to watch my budget, though. I'm paying for radio stuff and antennas. When the antennas go down, guess who pays for them? Right here. Yeah, they're very expensive. And I have to get the nerve to put them up, too, because that's way up high. I do not like heights. No, do not. But, yeah, old man Liver, you talk about ghosts. Oh, that place is haunted. And I think the drinks are, too. Yeah, spirits in the drink. I tell you for sure. Great place, I do want to say hello to Karen. I don't know if she's been listening lately. I know she's been very, very busy at the Creekside Diner over there. And I think it's 717 West Baltimore Pike, I think it's called. Baltimore Pike. It's in Kensington Square in PA. Great food. She's a lot of fun. Go down and talk to her. Say hello to her. If you want to call her and talk to her, she supports EMS, Police and Fire, everybody. She supports KGOS. We thank you so very much. Her number is 610-925-2826. And you can call her and ask her questions about the place. Yeah. Fun. It's right next to a creek. It's just very cool. In the summertime, you go out there, you're very relaxed. I'll tell you for sure. Now, weather's changing all over the country. Starting to get some snow. Utah, I hear Colorado too. And of course, we are in the winter. I forget because I'm out here in the desert, but it gets cold out here too. It's dropping to the mid 40s and going down later on. And these winds were just very bad the other day. Just 50, 60 mile an hour winds, just blowing right down. I can just see my antennas falling in my mind. I go, please don't fall. But yeah, I lost a couple, so we have to replace them. So I save for certain things, and sometimes I don't get to spend it on those certain things. But The antenna's important. We got to be broadcasting, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah. How about that? We're on kghostradio.com. We're on UFOtalkradio.com, countryvoltradio.com. Yeah, Midnight Talk Radio. That's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be doing a lot of that. Just on the radio side, though, not on the Facebook side. We'll let you know when we're on the radio side, because we can only play certain music on this side, and then that side we can play kind of what we want because I pay for it. So that's a different story. Little rules they have. We got to stick to that. I think this might take me down. We don't want that. No. Did you get to see the Joe Rogan show? Did you get to see Trump on there? They asked about UFOs, and they asked about the Kennedy assassination. Get a chance, check it out. Very interesting. Bits and pieces are coming out. And I love it when Joe talks about it too. I really give him a lot of credit down that road. He really into it. And so that's kind of a cool dude. I really think a lot of him. Nice guy too. But yeah, I'll tell you for sure. I do not think they're friendly either. I've told you that before. I don't expect them to land and all, here they are type of thing. No, I expect them to show up and they have something they're going to do. I don't know. Will we be running the streets trying to protect ourselves? Are we food? Are we food? How about that? A lot of food down here, folks. Yeah. Have you thought about that? Well, hopefully this is not going to happen, but well, you watch the shows. You see them. I see them. You may not even believe in them. I believe that the ghosts, the psychic stuff, everything, Bigfoot, is all one big deal, and it has to connect together somehow, some way. What do you think? I'm going to open the lines up, and let's get some calls, hopefully, tonight.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114.
And I have the, of course, I would like to have Ken, if he's listening, call the 385 number so I can get him talking. We also have 1113 open too. So we like to get a kind of cross conversations going with other guests. I have no problem with that. But where are you on the UFO situation? I told you where I'm at. You know where I'm at and what's happening with me. And I've seen them. Once you've seen one, you can see more. It changes your life. You're changed forever. And I told you when I was just a toddler, I'd say maybe 5 years old, and on the bay at my house that my parents were visiting some friends, and all of a sudden we saw something. My sister and I saw something, which was pretty crazy, you know. You're on the air. What's your name and where you from?
It's Ken from Florida.
Hey, Ken from Florida. How are you doing? Thank you for calling me. I appreciate it. I got your pictures. I want to show them to people, but I want to, if you can see them, I'm going to put some up here. Now, Ken is the guy that saw the craft, the real craft. He saw inside the craft. He saw it. And this is the place where he saw it at. So I'm going to show you the station first. Is that okay, Ken? We'll go that order. Here we go. What's that there? All right. It's a building there with an antenna.
That's the radio station and TV station building of some sort. I don't know.
Okay. And we'll go here. This is kind of the side of it. And here is this is the ground. Is this where it landed?
On the right side of that picture.
All righty.
There, right in there.
Right in there. I'll be darned. See that, folks? Unbelievable. And so it landed. You saw it. How close did you drive up to it? How close did you get to it?
I was within about 400 foot.
400 foot. Wow.
Too close.
Yeah. And yes, we kind of understand that one, which you ended up in your back. That's pretty crazy. And you don't think...
Yeah, you don't know how it got there, but it got in my back somehow. It took my wife 50-some years before she decided to cut it and see what was in there, because you couldn't feel nothing, you couldn't see nothing.
Right.
And she cut it open one night, and she said, "I got to stop your bleeding too bad." And the next day, I said, "Now you got to see what's back in there." And
Wow.
she got a pair of tweezers,
Right.
and she pulled that thing out. I couldn't believe it.
Huh. Unbelievable. And once you,
But right there is where it landed. I mean, it was just, it's a big field now. There's quite a few acres there.
right.
And there's a lot of little antennas, but it come down from the big one up in the top of the mountains. There's a big tower up there. I had sent you pictures, I guess, a long time ago of that.
Right.
I didn't want to drive up there because it's so bad getting up there, and I just wanted to do no damage to my car.
Right. And like the patrol car got damaged pretty bad.
It's called Tower Road, and anybody that lives over in the Enola area knows where this place is. And you know, it was a stone road back in the '60s, but
Right.
it's blacktop now. You can go all the way back through. It's beautiful territory, but when you get too close to something like that, you pay a price in the long run. It'll get you every day of your life. You're gonna know it.
Right.
You know, but I've never seen nothing like that since that. But that tube you showed on there, I told you about that. That looked like a great big fluorescent tube.
This is what came out of
up
his
there.
back,
I
folks.
seen that here in Florida, but
I'm showing the thing that came out of your back there, what it looked like. And that's a probe, folks. That's a probe. Now, Ken doesn't remember losing any type of consciousness at all. He just, but time went pretty fast. You say, did you lose any time, you think?
no, I don't remember losing any time. Of course, you know, when I got off of work, I was never in a hurry to get home.
Right.
So, you know, it was just a normal night. I don't know what time I really got home, whether I lost time or not, but not that I know of. No lost time.
No lost time.
But I want to tell you what, if you get too close to them, you may not see anybody or anything other than that craft, but somehow they're going to know you were there, and you're going to get something on you you ain't going to want.
Yeah, I believe you. I believe that people that see these things actually see them and see them again and again. That they actually do leave. They actually do. They don't realize it, but all of a sudden, 5 minutes are gone, which could have been up there, maybe hours. Who knows?
Well, I don't know.
So yeah, my gosh. Yeah, Ken, I appreciate that. Those pictures, it's unbelievable.
You know, I just want people to know that the place is still there, and it basically looks the same as it did back then. I mean, it's not that much has changed.
Right, I can see that. There's the.
I think it's a WHP.
Okay. All right. Here is a
radio and television. I'm not.
Yeah. Here is a shot of a UFO that had taken off. It's a triangle type, folks. It's been seen, and it's very commonly seen. And this is one that actually was taken a picture of. And I believe that was out of Florida too. So that's unbelievable. Yeah. Well, I don't think they're friendly, Ken. I think that they have an agenda. I really do. And I think that it's going to affect a lot of people, to tell you the truth. And it's going to happen. I think it's going to happen after the election, to tell you the truth.
I give you all the information on that thing. That was a strange one.
Yeah.
That was quite a story. They lost a cruiser car and everything else in that deal there. But, I can't bring any of those people on. They're all passed on.
Yeah, but you think there is one alive, though, still, right? Correct?
Yeah, that's Mrs. Fry.
Yeah.
She knows of it, but, she wasn't there. Her husband was, Jack.
Yeah.
And,
but
that is it. And if anybody from Marysville, Duncan, or, or West Fairview, they know where that spot is.
Right. Well, gosh, I know that this Air Force guy I was talking to here a couple of days ago had mentioned that even some people in the military that are in the military have seen these, and they don't talk about it because it's just too unbelievable. And now they say it's an open door policy, but do I believe that? I don't know. Don't know about.
Well, some people are afraid to get on the radio station and talk.
Yeah. Well,
they're afraid of. I don't know what they're afraid of. I'm not afraid of them. At my age, what are they going to do to me?
Nothing.
It's real. It happened.
Right.
They know it happened, but they made it all disappear. I can tell you that much. It's not in the archives in the Harrisburg paper, but it was in there back then. But
Right.
somehow they made it disappear. I can't even see a place in the paper where they may have took it out, but it's not there.
Yeah. Well, I'm doing some
East
research on that
Pennsboro
too.
Township doesn't have anything on it either.
Well, someone has something somewhere. I really think that's.
Oh yeah,
possible.
yeah.
Yeah, it'll show up. It'll show up.
I've been to the archives in Harrisburg and tried to find it. I can't find it.
Yeah.
And I know when it happened around August the 27th.
There you go. If anybody has any information.
1967 now.
1967. Anybody has any information, please contact this station. And you can always look it up. You know, it's, just give us a call. Call me. Let me know. And we'll get all together. You don't have to even say your name or anything like that. Any information on this situation that Ken was involved in. And I say involved. Yeah. He saw
I
it.
did not talk, Larry. I did not talk to anybody. I didn't see anybody that night. But I'll tell you what, they come in my store and I had a bait and tackle shop along the river.
Yeah.
2 different times they come in there years later and asked me about it. And finally I said, well, I'm going to take you down and show you where it's at. It was only about maybe 4 or 5 miles from where I lived.
Yeah.
And I could tell in the direction when that thing left, it went to the left. And it went towards another transmitting tower in Roberts Valley. That's underneath the Rockville Bridge on the Harrisburg side. I know exactly where it went, but I can't prove that because, you know, it went out there so far and it just disappeared. But that's the direction it headed, from one tower to another tower. I don't know what it was getting off those towers, but
It must have been doing something. I mean, getting energy or something from it. But why I say you're involved, you saw it. You ended up with something in your back. It involved you, you know.
You know, everybody sees them and they claim they got lights on them and everything else. Well, this thing had no lights.
Yeah. Just a solid type of saucer. And now you saw inside of it. Did you see any lights inside at all? What was it?
No lights inside it. The door was open. There was a door on the side.
okay.
It was like a round door. It wasn't.
Okay.
How would I say? It went back into like the round tube of the thing. But there was no lights. They looked in it. I saw them look in it. But they didn't touch it at all, or they didn't try to go in it. Well, they had to crawl in it. But
Yeah. My God.
it was a real thing. And I think there's a lot of people out there that remember hearing about it and stuff, and are just afraid to call in on your channel, or maybe they don't get it. I don't know. But
Well, they'll be able to get us now.
I'd just like everybody to know where this happened in the year.
Right. And that old radio station sitting right there. And I wonder if that's an empty building or they got anything going on up there at all. But looks kind of not kept up. Probably is empty.
Well, they were in that building working.
Oh, okay.
The day I took the picture, the vehicle was parked out back.
Oh, okay.
So it'd be pretty hard for you to detect it. I've never seen that garage door up, so I can't tell you what's really in that building. But it was there in '67. Same building. Nothing changed.
Same color, all that, huh?
Yep.
Oh,
Nothing changed.
I'll be darned. Yeah.
There it is.
Yep. Boy, Ken, I sure appreciate these. I do. Anything you send us, we do appreciate the Kagos video does. And
Well, I wanted you to have them, so you got the location. I will draw you a picture of what that thing looked like.
okay, do
I
that.
can't tell you what was written on it. There was something there, but I don't know how to even explain it. They were in letters or something, some type of a design. I have no idea what it was.
Boy, if you could really think about that and just dig it out of your brain and be able to put it on paper and send it to me, I sure appreciate that.
Well, you know I will.
Yeah, I know. Have your wife take a picture of it and send it to me, and I'll download it like I did these, and to make sure that people see that, because people are seeing certain things on these crafts now, and you know, it's like a stamp of some sort. You know, I've never heard of a UFO having a sign on it, but you know, it could be a publicity deal. I don't know, but no, I mean, I know that we have saucers, we have certain type of ships ourselves, but Nothing that can travel that fast and zip around. Now, there's some new stuff out on the net right now that are real true pictures of sightings that these folks have seen, and they got some good pictures and film on this. So do check the.
Boy, if I'd only had a good camera back then, I could have got good pictures of it. But you know, I had a one of the little flash cube up on top, because you know, we're taking pictures around the house, not something like that. Now,
right.
They did take pictures of it.
Yeah.
But they were a different type of camera. They had a big flash on it.
Yeah, big camera type of old news camera probably back in the day.
Yeah.
Gosh. Yeah. God, I tell you.
Everybody better believe it. That's a true story. And to this very day, I hear there is problems in those houses. I can't explain that to you, but you know, the one has water comes in on the floor in the middle of the kitchen, and it happened quite often. And they had people in there looking to find a water leak. Well, they never found a water leak, but they had water. I don't know what type of water now. I just know the stories that I heard after that thing left.
Right. Huh. Well,
and then people there that live there now are scared to death to talk about it, you know, or to say what they heard or anything. It's just, I don't know why. I'm not ashamed to talk about it.
I appreciate you for that, doing so also, man. You know, don't be afraid, folks. It's been years ago, and more people are talking about their UFO experiences, so do not be afraid. You can call this station anytime and talk about it. And give me
But that stuff now they're seeing, that's
well, back then
compared to what I see.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I don't know. Have the ships changed that much since the back in the day? I mean, maybe I don't know if they keep up the latest model. I don't know how that works, but God, I mean, these things can fly. I wonder how long is the lifespan of a UFO before they have to remake one? I don't know. You know.
Well, you know, people call you and they talk about seeing lights on them and everything. Well, this thing had no lights.
Yeah.
On the outside or nothing in that hole. Huh. And that hole was only about 3 foot by 3 foot.
Okay. Wow.
Wasn't very big. Well, nothing I want to crawl in. Well, I wouldn't have crawled in there anyhow. I've been scared of what was inside.
Yeah. Well, they probably were some little small aliens of some sort. So, you know, type of thing. Gosh, again, Ken, thank you so very much for calling us. Appreciate that.
Well, you're welcome, Larry, and stay warm. It's 48 degrees out there.
Yeah, I have my coat out here and I got the heater on. The equipment's keeping me warm, I'll tell you that much. And then
I said, look at the shirt he got on. I know it's cold out there.
Yes. And then I have a computer.
Well, it was cold in Pennsylvania, too. That was it? They had a couple of killer frosts, what they call them, and everything turned white. But the hell, all leaves coming down. I did get to see some of the
changing colors.
Fall up. I'd like to stay longer, but
beautiful colors. Beautiful colors.
It was nice up there, but it was cold.
Yeah. Well, Halloween's tomorrow, is it not? I think. I think Halloween is tomorrow, isn't it? So when is Halloween? It's tomorrow. Yeah.
But you have a safe one, I know Barb went to Florida.
Yeah, I wonder how her trip was. I never heard from her. Or did I hear from her?
Well, I'll tell you what. I don't think she had a good time because I went in to Port Charlotte today, and there's a lot of sign destruction.
Oh, really?
All the business signs seem to be blown out, but I didn't see too much property damage other than the signs.
Yeah.
That was in Port Charlotte. Now, where she went, I think it may have been a little bit worse than that.
Oh, really?
But, you know, they got resorts.
Yeah.
You can't tell anything like that happened because they don't want people thinking they're coming into a misery scene. But it's been pretty bad here.
Right. Gosh.
We got the tornadoes and everything else that's been ripping us up. And, you know, I come home and on my street, when I made the turn, damned if they ain't building another new house.
Really?
You would think people wouldn't want to come to Florida, but they're building all over this place in the 5 weeks I was in Pennsylvania.
Isn't that something? Well,
I'll have to send you a picture of it of my street. I said, man, there ain't going to be many lots left on my street, but there's going to be one where I live. They're not going to get that one. That's connected to my property, and I own it. They ain't moving on there. They ain't building no house up against me.
You can,
they build these houses down here. They only got 15, 20 foot between them.
yeah,
And I don't like being too close.
right. Yeah, that's too close. You can hear the toilet flush next door.
But I hope Barbara calls you tonight, because I don't think it was all that great. I think she's seen things that
Yeah,
she wouldn't quite understand that she lived here, because there was a lot of damage in Punta Gorda where we live. It's totally, hospitals and everything else are destroyed because of the water.
God. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the water that come in and got them. Got the whole place. But I'm in Deep Creek Estates, and it didn't come over them. We didn't get that kind of water.
Do you have another storm coming in, you think, or I hope not?
Well, they talking about it, but they're not giving me nothing clear on it.
Oh, okay. Figures.
But I hope Barbara calls there and
Yeah.
has her experience with Florida.
Yeah.
I think she likes Florida.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. She's an interesting lady. She sees UFOs
Well,
too. I don't know. She does a lot of things, so she's
I'm
quite
going to let
interesting.
you go. Maybe
Okay.
Barbara will call you.
Well, we will find out. Again, thank you,
Okay,
Ken. Be well, friend.
take care, Larry.
Say hello to your beautiful wife.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Great people, man. I'll tell you. Yeah, imagine this UFO landing. He pulls over, sees it, and there's other vehicles and other people. Fascinating story. You probably heard it last when we had him on last. He has seen a lot of stuff, and very interesting man to talk to. And I believe everything he tells me, because it's all never changed. It's all right on. And yeah, quite a gentleman. Good people. Yeah, they send me these little cool little knickknacks and stuff, and kind of got a bunch of stuff in the house. And yeah, just fun people. I know that they're painting these little figurines and stuff. That's kind of a fun thing to do. I have a couple of friends that do that. Yeah, so yeah, little hobby. What can I do? Let's put the number out again.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
It gets me. My computer on the other side starting to, will be broadcast the radio side out. It's now doing an update. Imagine that. Yeah, unbelievable. I thought I had that turned off, but oh well. Anyway, after tonight's show at 8 o'clock, we'll be going on the radio side, playing some music and some cool stuff. So you want to go to kghostradio.com and be able to see that. And if you go now, you're going to hear some music, and you'll have some archive shows there too. But do check out the 8 o'clock show tonight, 8:05 or something like that. So you'll enjoy it. So yeah, pretty crazy stuff. So I really enjoyed the Joe Rogan show the other night. I really thought that was pretty cool. 3 hours. But I wanted to hear those questions about the JFK. I wanted to hear the answer. I wanted to hear all that stuff. Didn't really get a lot of it. But it's there. Someone's not talking for a reason. And what do you think the reason is? What do you think the real reason is why they're not telling us what's really going on? Do you really believe them? I don't believe it. I mean, and then again, would you believe what they're going to tell you? If we know the real stuff, what's going on, that's going to shake a lot of people up. Yeah, would you not think? It would make me really wonder. We'll be back after this commercial.
Mom, you wanted to talk to me?
The calendar hypnosis into Femtech cushion, completely tailwind. And sewing elephants plant before cartoon paper cups. So numbers renovate.
If your teenager is trying drugs or alcohol, would you know the right words to use?
Afterward, lightly fish scale. Doorbell.
Find out what to say at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
You ignore the signs, so you enable.
You don't want to sound like a hypocrite, so you enable. You don't want to alienate your child, so you enable.
But if you think they're trying drugs, you shouldn't be afraid.
You are the parent.
So you are able.
You are strong.
So you are able. There are others just like you.
So you are able. And we can help. So you are able.
Get help at drugfree.org. A message from the Partnership for a Drug-Free America.
to talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada. Lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
Oh, yeah, that's the number, everybody. So please do call it. And right now, I have one of the computers clean up. Do not turn off computer cleaning up. Brand new computer. I wonder what that's all about. Don't you hate that when they update your computer late at night or early in the morning? You know, you wake up, you see its cursor going on your screen and stuff. You're going, oh my God, who's hacked into my computer? But they're updating this stuff. That's pretty scary. It is what it is. At least we're on there. At least we're on the radio site now. I'm really happy about that. We'll be back on, of course, GoodSpringsRadio.com on their other station that we have for Good Springs on the internet that we're talking live AM, FM right now. And it's going all over the little village, little town here, by the way. Yeah. Now, about Halloween. Trick-or-treaters. My gosh. Please wear clothing that you can be seen. Yeah. Wear a mask that you can see out of. Yes. And drivers out there, drive slow in these neighborhoods because these kids will dart out here and there. They're excited. They're not thinking what they're doing. So these young kids. And if you get, folks, please have adults with the children when you go trick-or-treating. Go through that candy. Really go through the candy. Now, if you have a child that has problems with the allergies, with certain chocolates or peanut butter, what have you, go through those bags first before they make the mistake. It's all going to look good to them. My gosh. Pillowcases after pillowcases. My God, kids. We just couldn't believe the haul they'd make. Then I'd have flashbacks when I was a kid, all the candy we'd get. We'd lay it out on the floor, and then we'd do some trading and whatever, you know. And yeah, it was fun. Yeah. Halloween. I should probably play a scary show on the radio side. Yeah, when I do that, I'll do that for Halloween. I'll play some scary stuff and just tune in and hear some scary stories. I'll just download them tomorrow, and I have them. I'll have a bunch of them in my archives. You got to see them inside my house. I have this complete walls of CDs, tapes, and all sorts of stuff. Old radio shows, folks that have been on the radio for years are no longer around. I got some stuff from KGY back in the day. I got some stuff from some old radio stations that have closed down from here in Vegas. They used to just throw stuff out. They didn't care. Throw them out. You know, I used to get these records, not for sale, you know, for station use only type of thing. And they were like, you know, demos of songs that were hits. And, you know, you get that. I had a collection of that. I had, thousands of them, boxes of them, and stored in the West Side Olympia at my father's house. And guess what? When I wasn't around, he had all those records all those years. I actually forgot about them, to tell you the truth. But he sold every one of them and made money. And made a lot of money because a lot of those money those records, 45s, were not for sale. And they were valuable. Those are the ones you want. Yeah. I had some acetates too that I lost also during that time. But you collect records, folks? Do you have a record collection? The Spin Doctor. Yeah, Minor Tim. We had him on years ago. I'll tell you what a great guy he is. I've worked for him for years. Had his number, I lost contact. I had a box of equipment I wanted to send him. I must have did something wrong because it came back. I don't know, just lost connections and it all just went away. But I hope he's all right and his wife's all right. He really knows his music, just like Wade, my buddy Wade. He is in ham radio, but he's really a record hound, big time. He knows anything about everything. Myself, just average, you know, the DJ that would play. But there's guys that know baseball history, sports history, record histories, and it's fascinating to have them on the air. Yeah. Now, my buddy Woody, which will be back with us soon, I hope he's listening, and healing up. He just had a little operation. He should be back on his feet soon, and he'll be having his own show on Thursdays, our Thursday nights. We might even just have him do his own television show, too, if he's up to it. It's up to him. We are open to have guests on, folks. If you know a guest that has an interesting story, a book out, tell them to get a hold of us. We'll put them on the radio or television. We'll talk to them and interview them. Maybe an interesting book that they may have. Yeah, but we're open to all that. Meanwhile, as I'm here in Good Springs, Nevada, the haunting goes on. even at Halloween just around the corner, it is happening, and quite scary, quite different. Things are going on. It's just like this vamped up. Something's happening more and more. And my neighbors that tell me about this, and they want me to come on over. I'll show you. I just kind of don't want to go into your house around this. I don't want this thing whatever it is, follow me home. I got my own ghost I got to worry about, and they're happy. They're nice people, nice ghosts. I don't want to be a bad ghost. No. I told you earlier last week, I think was that people have been reporting driving at nighttime, and you see these graves on the side, these little crosses with lights on it, where there was an accident. Someone had passed away at that point in that spot. And they'll look in the rearview mirror and they'll see someone standing there. Now, as they pass that site, there was nobody there, just the lights and the cross, what have you, but they'll see someone standing there. And this has been happening more and more. They haven't crossed over yet. What do you think it's all about? Give us a call.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada, lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
Thank you, Ross. Thank you so much. Hey, Dodgers. How are they doing? Did they win tonight? Were they playing tonight? I've been so tied up with the radio all day. I know that they've won the game so far. I hope that tonight they did well. If somebody has information, call in, let us know. I'm too busy to looking on the internet. I got a lot of computers going on here. I don't have time to do that, just to talk to you, which is very important to me. Had a great talk with my friend Dennis, K6RCL. Great guy. We were on the police department together in Santa Barbara. Great guy. And he's a ham operator. Boy, he's up there. Yeah, I think the top license you can get. Plus, he does his own loading and stuff, and he got a beautiful wife and kids and all that, and got a little doggy. I got to say hello to my little dog, but I take care of, the baby girl. We call her baby girl. That's Chris's dog, but I get to take care of her, and that's a lot of fun because I just sure love that dog. My gosh. I have a baby kitty now too, so the baby's everywhere. What can I say? And my godson had a baby, their baby. How gorgeous is that? I should put that up. I don't know if I put it on here or not, but I'd like to show you that. I'm very proud of that. Yep. I don't think I put it on up. I will do that. I'll have it for you next week, folks. Yeah. Okay. Well. If you see UFOs, anything like that, you can't explain it, tell somebody, take a picture of it, let Move On know about it. They're all over the place on the internet. Don't forget to check out the Pioneer Saloon on their website, what's going on there, bands and music, and just a lot of activity going on down there. And if you have some ghost stories, once you call in, we'll talk about that also. So we're always open for you. And I want you all to understand that we really are happy to have you listen to us. And a lot of podcasts out there. I listen to a lot of them myself. Pretty interesting stuff going around, especially the conspiracy circuit. And we'll see what's going to happen coming up our way after the election. Are you excited about the election? Like I told you guys earlier, get out there and vote. I don't care who you vote for, but vote. Go in and vote. I don't really kind of trust the mailing in thing, but everybody's starting to do more of that. I went and dropped mine right with a signature, right in the deal, so I know what it's there. Do vote. A lot of just muck on both sides on the commercial. I'll be so happy when they're all over with. Yeah. Now we have a midterm type of thing. I don't know, elections also. So it's kind of in the middle of before the second year or second year. So there's always something going on in politics on the television. Remember when you get cable TV, and the whole thing was to get cable TV where there was no commercials. Now what do you get? You get commercial after commercial after commercial. you go to like a Roku or some other Fire Stick, something like that, you still get commercials. Then you go to see the movie at the movie theater, and guess what? There's that commercial again. The one you saw it at home. So it's, I don't know, man. It's pretty darn crazy. So yeah, there you have political commercials in the theaters before they start the movie. It just goes on and on. That's advertising, I guess, what it is. But if I want to pay for cable or for direct or something, whatever I'm going to get, and I have a building here, out here, it has many dishes on the side of my building. They want their equipment back, but they won't take the damn discs back. You know what I'm saying? So whatever companies you've had, they're sitting right out on the side of your house, and you got to take them down yourself and make a bird bath out of one. And plug up the hole. I don't know how you're going to do it, but what do you do with them? They're just garbage. If you can get any of the copper out of them or whatever's left, maybe you can get something, maybe some parts for something else. I don't know. I got one of the arms. I used it for something else, but yeah, and I had to patch all the holes up, and yeah. Why did they take the discs with them? You know, and then they'll send you a bill if you don't send everything back in the package. Yeah, how about that, huh? Yeah. Now you have commercials everywhere. Well, the only thing I have is PSAs on my station, and some good music. Let's take a bit of a break here so we can get these other folks that want to talk about their products. Let them do so. We're back right after this.
To talk with Glenn Larry, deep in the desert of Nevada. Lines are open at 1-702-874-1114. That's 702-874-1114. Now, here again, Glenn Larry.
And we have a little bit of time for maybe one more call, if you guys want to call in, whatever, as my computer is still updating. Unbelievable. Maybe I should have used the other one over here for that radio side. I don't know. We'll see what happens. But we'll try to get on around 8 o'clock for the radio side. You'll hear me busting in on those channels. So don't forget to tune in to olympiaradio.com. You've got kghostradio.com. You'll have midnighttalkradio.com. And let's see here. What else will you have? Well, I'll list all of them up on the sites. Do look at the sites. We have Captain Lucky's Radio. And on that, we're going to have like big band stuff, jazz. It's all listed on the sites. And but they'll be scheduled out where they all have their own type of, shows and what have you. But yeah, we do want to thank you so very much for listening to K-Ghost Radio, FM 101.3, AM 1610, Community Hobby Radio, Part 15. In beautiful downtown Good Springs. Thank you, the neighbors out there. We appreciate you, the little community here. Do take care of the trick-or-treaters. Be good and kind to them. Do watch for them if you're driving around. And trick-or-treaters, please wear something that you can be seen, fluorescent or whatever. Carry a flashlight. It is getting darker earlier up here. And check that candy out, like I say. And trick-or-treaters, make sure you can see where you're going. Do not run into the street. Watch out for cars. Yeah, very important. Yeah, watch out for cars. And everybody else, watch out for the trick-or-treaters, because that's very important too. Again, thank you so very much. I am Glenn Larry. And again, thank you so very much. Be very well. And have fun. Play well together. And just keep get your head up, your lips. Kiss somebody. I don't know. Just be happy. I am.